Hello, everyone. We warmly welcome you all to our special program brought to you by Indian Achievers Forum. I'm your host, Vatika Singh. Indian Achievers Award is an honor that celebrates the people who went extraordinary to effectuate their aspirations and ideas. In this series, we emphasize not only on the struggles and achievements of the people, but also on the social contributions they made to their native land, India. Before introducing you all to our one such achiever, let's take a look at the small AV.
Indian Achievers Forum is driven by a full-fledged advisory board. The board consists of experienced personalities who have excelled in their respective careers. Together, the forum organizes conferences, events, workshops, exhibitions, trade shows, and B2B initiatives in India as well as abroad. Where there is passion, there is achievement. And where there is achievement, there is Indian Achievers Forum.
Today we have with us Ms. Sush Clays, who's the founding partner of Welcome Home Luxury Real Estate Services. Sush Clays has grown up in Delhi and lived in England, France, Spain, and Germany. She has carved a genuine path towards curing the malaise of local real estate industry issues, along with a deep seated global understanding of how different nationalities can best acclimatize to living comfortably in India. A very well entrenched member of the expat circles in the city, she doesn't just help clients find the best home to suit them. She helps them navigate the various aspects of the city life with a vast knowledge of schools, extracurricular activities, entertainment, travel, and lifestyle. Her clients include the BBC, World Bank, United Nations, and several top corporates and embassies. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Hi, Vatika. Great to finally meet you here.
All right, ma'am. So before entering into the questions, I'm very keen to know that how did this idea came into your mind of pursuing this particular business?
Well, what happened was for the longest time, I was a stay-at-home mom. So I really was just sort of raising the child, looking after the home after having had various careers. And then at a certain point in time, I got really interested in real estate because I thought it brought together all of my skill sets. And I worked briefly in England in real estate. And when I came back to India with my husband and daughter, we had a real struggle getting people to find us what we needed. And I thought there's a giant loophole in the market now. This is the time that I should really step in. The child's growing up. And so I decided this is what I'm going to do. And I started right away. It was a great climb, but a rapid one too. So it's been absolutely wonderful.
That's really great, ma'am. Moving ahead, we all know that there are certain challenges that we have to face when we start anything. It has never been easy for anyone who initiates anything. So, what all were the challenging predicaments that you had to go through initially when you started off?
I think the biggest challenge was finding integrity in this particular industry. It's largely run by men and it's run like a cottage industry. There was no structure, there was no transparency. You would be shown 15 houses every day or 25 offices, and nobody actually listened to what the person wanted. How old are the kids? How many people in an office? What were the requirements? As an official system, do you need to be traveling to a certain neighborhood? None of these issues were looked at. There was absolutely no structure. So I had to give birth to structure to begin. And then bringing that structure and actualizing it in itself was a huge challenge because the constant answer was used to be, we've never done it that way. Why are we doing it like this? Why do we have to have these particular procedures in place? Why can't we do it as we've always done it? But there is no improvement in the world without change. There is no progress without change. And so I stuck by it, insisted on change, insisted on doing it my way according to international standards. And I think it's been amazing because my clients are happy, the company is growing, we're diversifying, and it's just been fantastic as a result of that.
And I'm sure that these challenges have made you stronger for your future ventures as well. All right, ma'am. So moving ahead, I really want to know that what all other product and services that Welcome Home Luxury Real Estate Services caters its clients with.
So we do real estate, which very, very clearly is we find homes, we find offices, but we do it with extreme structure. And that's why it's luxury. The term luxury in itself means that the person who is receiving the service faces extreme comfort, and it should be stepping out of the home you lived in into the closest option that India can offer you. So that aspect of bringing luxury into real estate in India, where we curate, I mean, there are 1,000 properties at any given time in the luxury neighborhoods of the city. And it's about all about curating, choosing the right fit, making the family meet the product, and bringing these two together. So a home or an office is as comfortable as you were used to in your part of the world. So that is essentially what we're at.
It's really commendable, ma'am. Moving ahead, we all have certain plans for our future. So, what are your future plans with respect to the organization?
I think one of the most important aspects, as far as where my heart goes, is ensuring that more and more women get into this industry. Because in the rest of the world, it's women who practically lead the real estate industry. It's a higher number in favor of women rather than men. So that would be a social idea in my heart that is very close to me. As far as diversification is concerned, we're very, very interested in moving forward into other aspects of homes and offices. So that would definitely be, we've already just started our interiors division. And in this interiors division, we want to expose people to Indian artisan craftsmanship. So that would be bring in ikat or pochampalli or different Indian fabrics, different Indian styles, our shisham styles, our woodwork, rather than standardized, off the rack, flat pack furniture. So, yeah, we're very, very excited about our interiors division. We've got our first two clients, and we're delighted at the response for our country's artists' work in rural places. Because if you're bringing in ikat or you're bringing in fabrics from Rajasthan, it's something they can take back home when they leave the country. And they've actually got a piece of art, because every handicraft in our country is a piece of art. So interiors is the next level, and women all the way.
Well said, ma'am. With this, we move ahead. You must be knowing about the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign prevailing in the country at the moment. So, what are your views on the campaign and how is your organization working towards it?
I think it's something that is beautiful. For so long, we went through a period as a nation where we were not allowed to look outwards. And then we got terribly excited about everything from the West coming in. Now we're at a stage, I think we've crossed a stage of adolescence, and we're young adults as a nation. And our self sufficiency and our being able to provide services and products to the quality expected by the rest of the world, and do it with a very sweet, gentle Indian touch, is what makes Atmanirbhar so beautiful for me. And it's a big part of why I want to do real estate. I mean, there's international giant, firms coming in here. They don't really know the market. They don't know the people. So how are you going to speak to an entire huge property buildings owner? So it's not just about bringing an international company to India. It's about knowing how to run something as delicate as finding a home for a family or setting up your office in India, which I think is so important that it's done professionally to Western standards by Indians. So, whilst the competition might be enormous giants who can bring in 300 people, who actually knows the country? Who knows exactly how to handle housing and offices in the country? And as far as our buyers are concerned, they're so used to just a non structure, but just bringing in structure and buying is not enough in our country. So I think Atmanirbhar is a very, very important aspect of how real estate in India should be run. And I sincerely hope that when we expand across the country, we're able to bring this level of Western perfection with a very gentle and pure and honest Indian touch.
first of all, congratulations on winning the Indian Achievers Award. I really
Thank
want to know that
you.
what was the feeling when you came to know that you have won the award, and who all were the constant supporters in this journey of yours?
I think what it was a validation. Really, it was such a validation of a woman stepping out of the usual box that is expected of her. And she's stepping out to do something completely different that India never expected. Absolutely fabulous feeling because, I mean, I've actually been told by a hugely important panel of Indians that what I'm doing is the right thing. And I hope it really sort of inspires more women to get into it. And whoever's interested, please get in touch. And as far as who's been inspiring, definitely my mom. My father passed away when I was really, really young. And she was always about let's not look at the challenge because there is no challenge once you find a solution. So that has been a sort of guiding light in my life. There is no problem because there's always a solution. So find the solution, don't look at it as a problem. And my husband. My husband has always been very clearly about do what makes you happy, do what makes you feel successful, do what makes you feel like you're contributing and fulfills your self actualization needs. And every single step of the way, because he's in senior international management, every single roadblock I've hit, he's been there, right there to sort it out for me. And my daughter, who's now a university student, has always been like, yes, mom, come on, you can do this. So it's sort of really a family team effort of support. And it's been delightful.
Right, ma'am. So now, since we know a lot about your professional role, tell us something more about your social contributions also.
I think it's definitely about including more and more women. Everything is going to be about growing the company, employing women, training them, teaching them, because we have a natural instinct for this profession. It's just about honing those skills. So it's all about ensuring that we bring more women into the workforce in the real estate industry, help them communicate, teach them the etiquette skills, teach them how to judge a person's needs, listen really, listen carefully, what do people want, and give people what they want. Make it in a really, really structured setup where mothers are not going to tell their kids, oh my God, real estate. No, that's men on motorbikes. What are you doing in this? Make it something that we can be really proud of, and we women get together and we do it together.
Right, ma'am. So before concluding this session, you know that IF is followed not only by mainstream organizations, but also those young minds who aspire to be like our achievers someday. So what is that one message you'd like to give them?
Don't ever let someone tell you you can't do what you want to do. If you're doing something that's going to be good for society, for yourself, and something you're passionate about, do it. Work towards it. Find a path, and you'll get there. So don't ever give up aspiring to get to what your inspiration is.
And that I must say, ma'am, is a great piece of advice. Thank you so much for joining with us today. It was pleasure talking to you, and we hope that you continue to inspire people of all ages forever. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, Radhika. Absolute pleasure. And thank you and your team for bringing this to me.